This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. Decade of Dysfunction by Mark Nagi. Prologue. Decade noun, a period of 10 years, Merriam-Webster. Dysfunction noun, abnormal or unhealthy interpersonal behavior or interaction within a group, Merriam-Webster. I've been asked if this book is a hatchet job. It's not. I believe that this book is an accurate representation of the past 10 years at the University of Tennessee, a historical account of this tumultuous period of Volunteers football, as told by the players, coaches, administrators, fans, and media who lived it. Many of you have a Tennessee story. Here is mine. I grew up a Tennessee fan, even if I didn't know what that really entailed. That's what happens when you are from Colony, a suburb of Albany in upstate New York, and you see the Vols on TV once a year, maybe twice. My dad served our country during the Korean War but rarely talked about his time in the Navy. After spending 5 years in the service, he came back to America and took full advantage of the GI Bill. John Nagi got 2 master's degrees and a doctorate, and told me frequently that he would have been a professional student if possible. One of his degrees came in 1968 from the University of Tennessee at Oak Ridge. The city, of course, is best known for its role in the development of the atomic bomb that ended World War II, and is a 35-minute drive from the UT campus. He'd tell me stories about Tennessee, and on December 13, 1981, we packed up the family truckster, drove to East Rutherford, NJ, and watched the Vols beat Wisconsin in the soon-to-be-defunct Garden State Bowl. This was just a few days short of my 9th birthday. Years later, I applied to colleges, and that list included Syracuse and Tennessee. I had wanted to be a sportscaster since I was 7 years old, and I felt that Syracuse was the best place to go to achieve that goal. Bob Costas, Sean McDonough, Dick Stockton, Mike Tirico. The list of Newhouse School grads that have made it is quite lengthy. Of course, this reminds me of a joke. How do you know that someone you just met graduated from the Newhouse School at Syracuse University? They tell you. Syracuse was too costly for my middle-class family. Tennessee was intriguing, but they had no campus television station. Plus, I was 17 and scared to death to go to school 850 miles from home. I chose SUNY Geneseo, a small state school south of Rochester. This was a manageable 240 miles away. For 4 years, I got tons of experience in TV and radio. I thought that I had gained the experience that would make the transition to becoming a sportscaster in the real world an easy one. Resume tapes were sent to small towns you probably never heard of, and the responses I was getting were either non-existent or not positive. So, I had a choice to make: move back home and work the counter at Bob and Ron's Fish Fry, or go to grad school. This wasn't much of a decision. In August of 1994, I threw some stuff in my 1990 Plymouth Horizon and headed south after choosing to attend the University of Tennessee. Football practice was beginning, and I had been hired to be one of the film guys at practice. Each day I'd hit the practice field with tripod and camera in tow and learned more and more about the volumes. On September 17, 1994, I finally had the chance to see my first game at Neyland Stadium when 15th-ranked Tennessee hosted top-ranked Florida. The atmosphere was incredible. I had never heard a stadium that loud. Of course, the Vols got smoked by Florida, 31-0, a recurring theme for many matchups in seasons to come. I worked for the football program throughout my first year at Tennessee. The following year, I was lucky enough to earn a graduate assistantship running WUTK-FM, the campus radio station. I'd watched the 1995 season in the stands, which was a great experience in itself. Tennessee started a 4-year run in which they compiled a 45-5 record, with 2 SEC titles and 1 national championship. These were the good times. I completed my master's degree in 1996 and was finally decent enough to get a job in television. Granted, being the sports director of the ABC station in Watertown, NY, isn't the big time, but it was a start. I got to cover Syracuse football during the Donovan McNabb era, and from the minute I got to Watertown, I was already looking forward to Syracuse's 1998 season opener when the Vols traveled to the Carrier Dome. Jeff Hall's game-winning kick started Tennessee on the road to a national title.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.